That word don't turn me on, man. I know I am black, beautiful, with meaning. Sonia Sanchez, deaf poet. Keep going. Ideas can simile so deeply.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Deaf Poetry Jam Oswego edition. My name is Siri. I'll be your guest for tonight. So, our talented poets tonight will be speaking on the injustices in the black community, such as police brutality and many current events. So, our first poet will be Brendel, and her piece is called For the Youth. Give it up for Brendel, please.
Next thing who's once said, Black Panthers, Black anthems, Black blues, Black answers, and Black stanzas, fast forward today. Young men on black blocks, confused, pants sag, passing rock, mentally abused. Their minds would already be in prison before they physically were present there. Unconsciously aware, or at least they refuse to see a direct correlation. Understanding that whips and chains is synonymous. Projecting themselves in the white man image instead of defining their own success. Symmetrical, look in the mirror, the image is identical. Your ancestors blessed for you. That is how the walking vessel no one lives for you. Our defeat runs far past skin deep, sleeping, molten, rotten, the story that shan't be forgotten, makes that change will come. Let me ask you, do you feel free? I personally prefer to wear a flower in my hair than a chain on my neck. Young girls misusing freedom as an excuse to wear open clothing, distributing free in the wrong context, with this fashion, show off curves and be sexy, have thighs, have breasts. Only thing clothed are your toes, teenage pregnancy rates are high, and young children raised by young women, the griefs and the woes, your feet have walked roads endless. Banking corners, how long is it going to take for you females to make that turn? Girl, why do you wish to be naked again? Don't let them strip you of your sense, have some pride in yourself. It's sad that no one bears to advise out here for the truth. Others shake their heads and hold fear for our youth. It's time to stand firm and take a pledge for our youth. Reverse the condition and being wedged at our youth. Molded insanity, not hands on the ledge for our youth. The pharmacies are selling prescription meds to the youth. They diagnose them to a category. Rapid spitting inflammatory to the ears of our youth. I pop the molly, I'm sweating. Verbal genocide like packing poison pistols and aiming them at the heads of the youth. While parents on onto us being fed to the youth because she worked 2 jobs, double shifts trying to break bread to the youth and for the shoes of the man who fled from the youth. So encrypted spiders and built webs for the youth. Little prisons and jails, judges got gaggles and tears fell from the youth. Bullets from windows far traveling and constant interviewing recruits for our youth while the rest of the world is running ahead of us. You try to talk sense we're all dreading the truth. You come to for a cause and dreading the truth. You dreading the truth. Bring back the civilians to the sacred ideals, protected, accepted, and proud of you are a terrifying force to be reckoned with if you ever realize it. So let's rewind.
Yes. Please give it up for Brenda one more time, please. Alright. So the next poets we have is Justin and Tiara, and the name of their piece is called I Pledge Allegiance to the Struggle. Can I give it up for them one more time, please?
I pledge allegiance to the struggle of the United States of the new Jim Crow, and to the bloodshed for which it stands, one nation, under God, but still divided, looking for liberty, but giving injustice.
My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this. And it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves.
But in 2015, we're still hunted without mercy. I stand to know that life is short when you got skin color like mine. It doesn't matter if you have family, education, or money. We're still painted as niggers.
This is heavy. The weight of white supremacy is heavy. So heavy that it can pull a trigger. Before we get into detail, I think we need a moment of clarity. I'm scrolling. Stop. Double tap. Scrolling through some self-hate, scrolling through some racism, scrolling through some I don't know who I am, and I definitely don't love the blackness in my skin. In the midst of our current circumstance, let's appreciate. Appreciate the swing in each stride that a black woman takes. Appreciate the path that the black man sacrifices to make. They can't keep us down if we're building each other up. Stand up for one another because it's right. Despite injustice and racism, don't lose sight of the crown that sits on your head, or the jewels that flow from your mouth, or the rhythm that radiates from your soul. God bless the melanin because black is beautiful, black is strong, and black is powerful. So powerful that whiteness runs from it. As I'm appreciating, life whispers every 28 hours. As I'm appreciating, the faces pop up, and each story is followed by no indictment.
12 hours, 12 shots, 4 hours, 108 days. 12 shots raining through the streets of Canfield Green when we were told he feared for his life. Meanwhile, not a knife, gun, nor weapon was used against him. But while highly trained, Officer Wilson struck 12 times, stealing the life, goals, and future graduation stones from our young brother. He was stopped because he fit a description, making him the automatically assumed victim. Controversial, circumstantial, this question stands still. What took 4 hours to figure out? Unarmed, face down on the ground, this 18-year-old man stayed as a message. It's hunting season for you niggas. On August 9, 2014, Michael Brown was left in the streets. On November 24th, our government tried to be discreet of the institutional, systemic, false democratic retreat, stumbled over a case of police brutality, a fallacy of respect, belief, and trust. Officer, my hands are up. Stop shooting me. Slavery by another name, Mr. Blackman discussed. But who thought it would take 108 days to abuse our trust? I'm scrolling. Stop.
Double tap. It seems that we quickly stopped talking about these issues.
Another story here today, but gone tomorrow.
Soon to be forgotten.
I've been trying to tell people, if you were really paying attention last year, you would still be angry.
Our lives can only matter when we're trending.
I get it. All lives matter, but black lives is who we're defending.
Rest in power to all my sisters, from little Ayanna to Renisha McBride. But tonight, I'd like to introduce you to someone who is still alive. Marissa Alexander. Black, beautiful, and breathing. Marissa Alexander. The issue was that her husband put his hands on her. She picked up a gun to protect her daughter and son, placed her finger on the trigger, paused, yeah, I know what you're thinking. If a man placed his hands on me, oh, I can't even begin to tell you how dead he would be. Okay, but back to reality. The cloud hanging over her head got bigger. She shot into it. With that warning shot, her freedom was gone. They built a bed for us. They built those bars to cage us in. But I get out. The young black intellectual in me gets out. Rock the vote, vote to rock the prison industry. Rock the vote, vote to rock gender inequality. Rock the vote, vote to rock racism. Rock the vote, vote to rock the system.
I'm scrolling. Stop. Double tap. A man has been lynched in the streets. I repeat, a man has been lynched in the streets. A cry rang out as they tied the noose. This is too deep for the intro. Trust me, I can find another use. But just in case this is perfect for Channel Black, let me introduce Eric Garner, a 43-year-old victim of the struggle. But bear with me for a second, because I feel like I've seen this before. A black man gets killed for an insignificant crime. The white cop who killed him walks without doing any time. Ha ha ha. Reminiscent of 1969 when Fred Hampton was assassinated. They put the pause on the Black Panther Party while it was still in its prime. But I digress. Let me get back to more recent crime. Officer Daniel Pantaleo saved the world from a loose cigarette. From a man on the corner he considered to be a threat. What he claimed not to be a chokehold, evidence said otherwise. Mr. Garner couldn't breathe, he didn't eat, he passed out, pronounced dead on arrival. Survival is not a guaranteed concept in America. Why bother putting the camera on an officer? We know you made objectives instilling fear. We've seen the evidence. Crystal fucking clear. I can't breathe. We can't breathe. And until justice is served, it's our duty to lift every voice and sing. Let our freedoms and our triumphs ring. Because we're more than the animals that they depict us. With compassion, we mourn for Mr. Garner and all the victims of the struggle. I'm scrolling. Stop! Thank you.
The poet that we have is Rob, and the name of his piece is called Speak Out. Give it up for Rob, please.
My high school was white enough that we waved when the cops came by the building, but black enough where they ain't get fired for pepper spraying the children. The amount of compassion is still slim. My uncle got shot. They didn't look for the person who killed him. They eye me. I make no eye contact. We protest to address issues. They come dressed for Iraq. They tell us, go home, walk or fly back. Stop fucking killing us. That's what we cry back. I was raised in a country where I was made to feel ashamed that I'm black. They fire on my melanin. I fight fire with fire. You can tell by how fire my acapella's been. I got a bone to pick with the police. I make Darren Wilson come face to face with Michael Brown's skeleton. Looking at his handiwork as Mike Brown's mama cries. Saw her son's body in the streets. Safe to say she's fucking traumatized. They lock us up mentally and bodily, but could never take the fighting spirit out of me. They'd have to have me lobotomized. I can't choke now. Not after Garner got choked out. Cause if they kill me next, I'm damn proud that I spoke out. Thank you.
So, last but not least, our last poet is Zuri, and the name of her poem is called Break the Chains. Can you give her
Let's go, Zuri! Yes!
They say don't save them, they don't want to be saved. But why should I have to stand back and watch my black community go up in flames? And why should I have to stand back and watch my people be tamed? And why should I have to stand back while these black celebrities sell their soul for fame? And why do I have to keep my mouth shut when I'm trying to explain my pain of being black in America? My pain of trying to get my people to reunite and see the light and start to fight. Blow for blow, subconscious versus unconscious mind. Round 10, clock ticking, you're almost out of time. 300 plus years of mental conditioning. 300 plus years of your nose too big, your hair too nappy, your skin too dark, your lips too big. 300 plus years of, let me separate this black man and woman from their kids. 300 plus years of lynching. But damn did they do a good job of having us think that everything is fine. We got a black president. That don't mean shit. Because as you can see, we still got innocent black people out on these streets getting their wigs split. So I'm going to need you to dig this. I'm going to keep teaching while my hand is out reaching. Grab a hold and let these raw roads of enlightenment comfort your soul. Because I'm sending the love from me to you. And my people will rise above no matter what we go through. Break the chains.
Give it up for all the poets. So, our last scene is we'll have a performance by Jasmine, Desiree, and Rebecca, and they'll be singing Glory. Give it up for them one time, please.
When the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we'll be sure, we'll be sure. Oh, glory, glory, glory. Oh, glory. One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we'll be sure. Oh, glory. Oh, glory, glory, now the war is not over, victory is won, so fight on to the finish, when it's all done, we'll cry glory, oh glory, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war's won,
We'll be strong, we'll be strong. Oh, glory, glory, oh, glory, glory, glory. When it's all said and done, cry glory, oh glory, oh glory, oh glory.
I pledge allegiance to the struggle, the United States of the new Jim Crow, and to the bloodshed for which it stands, one nation, under God, but still divided, looking for liberty, but given injustice. Looking for liberty,
But given injustice.
looking for liberty,
But given injustice.
looking for liberty,
But given injustice.
looking for liberty,
But given injustice.
looking for liberty,
But given injustice.
looking for liberty,
But given injustice.
looking for liberty.
But given injustice.
I don't care if I sold cigarettes, candy, Skittles. There's no reason why Officer Wilson shot me 12 times. I am Michael Brown.
All I wanted was a bottle of Arizona and a bag of Skittles, but instead I was killed by George Zimmerman. I am Trayvon Martin.
I was just riding my bike down the street when I was shot by the cops because of mistaken identity. I am Dante Parker.
I was on my way home to my family on New Year's, and the police arrested me and shot me in the back while I was handcuffed. I am Oliver Grant.
Just because the police mistook my bottle of pills for a gun doesn't mean I deserve to get shot to death. I am Amanda Griffin.
We ask for a moment of silence for all of our fallen victims.